everybody! They're all talking in the background because they're all Scousers.
Good.
Tonight we're joined by the pages. Page 1, 2, 3 and 4. Picture book of course because it's in Scouts. Okay guys, let's introduce ourselves. Let's start with you.
My name's Jay, I'm on lead vocal and guitar.
I'm Mal, I'm drums and I'm backing vocals.
I'm Sean, I'm on guitar.
Sean, just looking around at him.
I'm Terry and I'm the bass player.
I'm Terry.
Terry.
Didn't used to be in Brookside for anyone that's listening. So guys, that's the audience. Let's ask questions that the audience want me to ask. First of all, how long have you been together?
Roughly about a year. Yeah, about a year.
We've worked together, me and Jay have worked together.
Yeah, I've known Mal for years, but as a unit we've been together for about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a band, yeah.
Were you with other bands before that, or were you, when you're saying as a band together, were you the Pages and you brought...
No, but basically how it really started, I started writing songs and I was just about to make a CD which I could sell at my gigs of my own material. And I kind of got people like Mal as just because I can't play drums the way he can. So I got him in as a session player. Then he introduced Sean and then obviously introduced Terry. And then we just clicked and gelled as a band. Yeah. And we became tight as a band unit, like, you know. So.
I've got to say, I mean, we've seen you earlier on today. And you do seem to be as one together, well, except for quiet lad here.
Yeah.
You don't have to, Terry. Just be here.
You're here, Terry. That's
the main thing.
That's the main thing.
So, who writes? Who's your writer?
Well, I'm the main writer. What it was, but these songs are a couple of years old. These are my own original compositions from many years ago. As I say, I was getting the lads interested to record them for me personally, but we became a band. So, but we are starting to write collectively. Sorry. Oh yeah, we're going to play one tonight, which we wrote collectively. So.
Yeah.
But
so the song that we've been playing, which was our record of the week, we were absolutely blown.
Well, thank you very much for that. I wrote that personally myself. Yeah. No, it's true. Didn't pay me for it, though.
So, is that the kind of way that you're going musically? Or
well, as I say, I don't know. I mean, these songs are many years old, but we've actually made it our sound now because they were obviously different when I wrote them.
Yeah.
But obviously, with the likes of Sean and Terry and Mal, we've kind of made it our own, if you know what I mean, our own style. I mean, this is obviously an acoustic session, but if you see us live, it's a lot more energetic and louder.
Sure.
Yeah.
It looks like river dance on stage.
Unbelievable. Calpol.
Quick question for each of you.
Yeah.
Because I always like to know this. How long have you been playing guitar, and were you trained, or did you?
No, I taught myself. Totally self-taught. I've been playing the guitar for 30 years.
30 years.
30 years.
Sean, when are you going to learn to play guitar?
Probably tomorrow.
Alright, mate. No worries, mate. Okay. Now, are you self-taught or?
It's a bit of a mix, to be honest with you. I was having lessons. I was having lessons for a bit. Basically, mate started playing guitar when we were in little school, and I was like, "Go ahead, I'll have a go with that." So I started playing, and then started having lessons and stuff, and then just got bored of it because it became too mathematical and I didn't like it. My teacher was trying to teach me things I didn't want to learn, so I just went off and did my own thing, and then just excelled at that. I've done a couple of guitar exams, professional exams and that, but
all scales and stuff.
Not really. I don't know what they're called. I just know where my fingers go.
Is he like that now? Goes off and does his own thing, even though
He's brilliant. As I say, if you do actually come and see us live, he's one of the best guitarists I've ever heard in my life. Unbelievable.
Terry, you playing bass. Did you play lead to start?
I started off playing lead and rhythm guitar, and then I started playing bass. My dad actually taught me when I was about 8 or 9. So if it hadn't been for him, I'd probably been an accountant or something by now. I've got a proper job.
And then loads of money. You have got a proper job. But we won't go into that. We won't go into that because we want people to like you.
Yeah.
Not saying he works for the...
He's a sailor.
Well.
Yes.
In
the back.
Attention there, I felt like a school teacher then. How long have you been playing drums, mate?
32 years.
Were you trained or did you teach yourself?
Self-taught.
Did you set up a
Garden shed.
He bought a drum kit before he could even play.
Actually, yeah, could actually. And then I just learned and got into bands and done all the circuits and stuff and all that over the years, and there we are now.
I mean, you're all from Liverpool, which is one of the major music capitals.
No, yeah, without a doubt.
Without any shadow of a doubt. But there's a hell of a lot of bands within Liverpool, isn't there?
Yeah. No, yeah, there is.
I've worked the scene over there before. I went back quite a few years ago with a band called the Joes. I don't suppose they're even going anymore, but that's going back.
Yes.
And even when we were looking after those, there were loads of bands around. Is it difficult as a band coming out of Liverpool, and do people expect more from you?
Well, I suppose people do expect it because of the heritage of the music in Liverpool, but I suppose if you're good enough, you know, that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know, because if you are like, you know, not very good, so to speak, it's going to show, you know.
But you're a professional musician,
Oh yeah, I'm a professional. I've been a professional musician for many years, like, so I'm very lucky. I've done all the circuits and stuff, you know. But
probably a lot of people with your picture on their sideboard, isn't there? You know, with them stood next to you going.
yeah, it's mainly the family members.
Do people have sideboards, Mark?
Oh, they do, yeah.
Oh, do they?
They do in Liverpool.
I bet they do in Yorkshire more.
No,
Do you have
Liverpool
sideboards?
We have chalkboards.
What I was on about.
We have skateboards.
My mum's got one.
I'll be honest, I never
My mum has one.
Iron boards. God, I'm bored.
So, is there a lot, are there still, because of the clubs closing down everywhere and venues closing down everywhere, is there still a lot of venues in Liverpool?
Liverpool's one of the most vibrant cities you'll see for live music. You get it 7 days a week, all day.
Yeah.
Especially in the cavern, you know, you do like, you get like from the as soon as it opens to as soon as it closes. At 7 days a week, live music all day, and it's a very, very vibrant. You know, there's a lot of like live bands playing in Liverpool.
People come from all over to play in Liverpool.
Oh yeah,
Especially
they
the
do.
Beatles
It's like a big
side
thing
of
for them
things
to like, you know,
as well.
come
The
there
big heritage
and play like.
Exactly that, didn't they? When they come others went to Liverpool and they couldn't believe how vibrant the
No, it is. I mean, it's without being
everywhere.
biased, it's, I mean, you know, it's the best city in the world for me personally, you know. But like, there's a lot of musical heritage there.
Yeah, so, I don't know what didn't meet you guys. Listen, shall we have a listen to what you sound like?
If you don't mind.
If you want.
Take it away, fella, give it for some, what you do?
We're going to sing a song called Hannah with a H. This is,
Is it actually called Hannah with an H, or-
no, it's just Hannah. I just thought I'd spell it for you. Spell it out.
Before we start this one, can we dedicate it to my little girl Jasmine because she absolutely loved this song.
Yeah, this one's for little Jazz,
Not well.
who's not well at the moment.
Not well at all.
Well, soon, Jazz, this is for you.
Sitting on a bench looking over the lake, taking on a drag at all the mistakes you made. Baby, it's okay. Daddy is gone and mama's away. Silver lining fades from your sky. Dry your eyes. Hannah, you know, feel like running away. Hannah, you know, you really care what other people say. Hey! Monday morning you go to work. Rain is gone and sun shines in your eyes. A day at a time. Look at the paper at your feet. See that crazy world. It seems not like in your dreams. Hannah, you know, you feel like running away. Hannah, you know, you really slow. Hannah, you know, feel like running away. Hannah, you know, do you really care what other people say? Hannah, Hannah, Hannah. Thanks, Wembley.
You, come on, I mean, your voice is distinctive.
Yeah, it's a lot. I told you, it's a lot of abuse.
A bit like Van Morrison, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a bit like Van Morrison, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. That's more like it. Thank you.
Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker, Steve Marriott, maybe. Well, maybe I'm bigging myself up. What did they mean? The morning I sound like Phyllis out of Coronation Street. Percy, Percy.
You'd be sounding like your sister.
Oh,
Here we go.
well, no, because she's female.
I should do that.
Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah.
He does have a famous sister.
No,
like,
I don't.
shh, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
She's married. Yeah, yeah. There's a young lady called Chrissy Rock from Benidorm. The Celebrity Jungle, but anyway, she's not here, so let's not talk about that. Upstage, you mean? I want to joke. I love it. I love you, Chris. Sorry, Sunderland. She lives. She lives in Sunderland. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Sorry. Oh, thank you. She's not here tonight. Like surprise, surprise. I haven't seen her for 14 years.
We haven't, but you never know with your sister. Yeah, I know, I'm going back to James Watts. It's very, very distinctive.
Thank you very much.
Did you just break one day and be like that? Or
Sorry?
did you know, is that like when your voice broke? Did you find that you were quite...
Well, I'm not going to tell you when my voice broke, but I was a teenager. No, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I've been singing, as I say, professionally for maybe 20 years. And but I do, yeah, as I say, I'm a professional musician.
He's been smoking for double that.
I've been smoking. But yeah, so, you know, I do like 5 gigs a week. Yeah, I do like 5 gigs a week, and, you know, it's going to take its toll, because I don't hold back, you know what I mean? So I like to belt it out and stuff, so long may it continue.
It makes it, you know.
Yeah. Oh, no, thank you. You give me a big head now.
Good job we've got white doors in here again.
Hey, my feet are on the ground.
So, Pages,
Yes.
you're a newest band. You've
Very
got
new.
a real good sound.
Thank you.
What
I mean,
do the Pages do now?
sorry?
What do you do now?
Well, as I say, we're not signed to anybody. We haven't got a manager or nothing like that. But you know, it'd be nice to take that next step. I mean, you know, yous have helped us out, which made us the Song of the Week, which we're very, very, very grateful for. That's like, as I say, it's stepping stones. I mean, like, maybe this is the first step of a big ladder. I don't know, but hopefully it
I
will.
hope it is. I hope we can say, see them.
Oh, mate, you'll get any.
Definitely.
You know, because that's good for us, and that's what we're about. We're about getting new bands like yourselves and bringing them through.
That's great. That's fantastic. That people like you exist. No, it is.
That's what it's about, you know.
I mean, not many people get the chance to, like, you know, maybe do like their own music. You know, maybe the lucky chosen few get to do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, as I say, you know, we're a new band, and you know, we're looking forward to the future. So,
Very much.
And I think from where we're sat, the future for you is going to be exciting.
let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope so.
You've got a good mixed bunch of you there, all different ages, which I think is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, you know, obviously Sean's the youngest member of the band, but like, you know, we're very seasoned musicians. As I say, you know, I've been around the world, touring around the world with like some big people, like, you know what I mean. So I know kind of how the industry kind of works, and I know like the pitfalls and all that stuff. And but
there's too many pitfalls.
oh yeah, exactly. But you know,
It's never knocked you back though, has it?
oh no, I've been very lucky. I mean, I've
Makes
been.
you stronger every day.
Well, of course, you know, because like
Picks you back up.
sometimes you maybe get these companies who like see it as like a bunch of kids, like they try and like manipulate you, but we're not. You know, we know what we know. We got good.
I think that's the one thing with a lot in a lot of things though now. some reason, these people that get up into the top layers seem to think that they can look down on everybody. And when you go in and try to show them something, it's like, oh, no, you need to step yourself up the ladder first. But in order to do that, somewhere...
You've got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, people like often say, have said to me in the past, you know, would you do like reality shows like the X Factor or something like that? But I mean, with me, I'm not going to be judged by someone who I don't like or respect. You know what I mean? Who I think is talentless, basically. Like, not naming any names. But I'm talking about the judges. I'm talking about the judges. You know, I'm not having someone who I say we don't respect. Oh yeah. But
you know, music's down to everybody, and we know that. But what you're bringing through is melody.
They have quite melodic songs. You know what I mean?
Great lyrics.
Okay.
These pointy things that they've all got hold of. Yeah. There's not a lot of bands out there.
Guitars. Yeah.
I can't believe that a young lad like Sean that wants to be in a boy band.
You say anything like that again,
Oh, he's after you. No, as I say, you know,
Was talking about his guitar.
we are, yeah. No, there was a great picture. There was a great picture on Facebook the other day of like One Direction's lead guitarist, and he was giving it, you know, it was really this face, and it wasn't even plugged in. And you're like, what's the world coming to? That it's not. He didn't even like try to hide the fact that it wasn't even plugged in. There was no lead. I think that's pathetic because there's like this, you know, there's really amazing guitarists out there who do plug in, and you know they don't get that praise like so.
Because they're in the background doing the fun.
Yeah.
You know, this is one thing that gets me, and I have seen it, having worked in the business, I've seen it where there are only one live mic on stage because the rest of them can't sing.
Oh yeah.
And that's a very famous Irish boy band.
Yeah. You too.
And I've also seen it where literally there's been a band behind
Yes.
the stage
Yeah.
playing the instruments.
Oh, that's what we do.
Yeah, I know, that's why you're a big cat. You've got another four in the place.
Yeah. Mine's on the moors.
And just for Sean's mummy, he's alright. Looked after him.
He's been well looked after.
Oh, you're getting murdered.
Have you been fed chocolate, darling? You had a meal at the back door. There you go, Tracy. He's fine.
He's fine, Tracy. Stop worrying, love.
Tracy, go to bed.
Chips.
Go to bed.
He better not have had cheese chips. There's too many calories in those. Lettuce sandwich.
No butter.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about the music and stuff like that. In terms of where you want to go, obviously you have to cook your teeth a little bit first. So you're not going to go out there and get headline gigs and stuff
No,
like that.
no, of course not.
Who are the kind of people that you'd love to go out and headline and you know, back up, you know what I mean?
Obviously, people who we respect. I mean, like you know, the likes of Cast, bands like that. Obviously, like the bigger ones, you know, like Oasis maybe, or Ocean Colour Scene, or
One Direction.
One Direction. Yeah. You don't even need a guitar lead for that. Yeah.
The size of your crowd would be big though.
No, do you know what I mean? I'd actually do it with anybody. You know what I mean? Just to get ourselves, like, say, our foot on the ladder. Because you know, you obviously can't just get, as you say, go, you know, get in there, get like a head start. Like, you'll have to work at it.
Andy Brown, I hope you're listening like you said you were, because I want to see these guys on Great Northern London Scar Festival.
I'll be boss that.
I'll pay you.
Well, good evening, Andy. I know he's listening.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Good man.
So shall we have a listen?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
I'll tell him what this one's about.
At least I can
What?
understand
Tell
what
him what this one's about.
Yeah, this one's called Diary. And it's just about the insecurity and all that stuff and wanting to get out in a big
Oh, you're right for sure.
bad way. Yeah, you wanna... Ready then? She writes in a diary everyday things that don't disturb
seem to come from off the wall, trying to make some sense of what the day brought to her door. Nobody cares about her, she can't wait to be alone in her own little world. Am I okay today? Words are a way of her letting go. She's talking to anyone, the brush of your hand is all she wanted. In the dark she shines, where she can unwind, to be a part of everything that makes her happy. Nothing too crazy now, beyond her point of view. You'll be sorry that you went to places she don't go, trying to make some sense of what the day brought to her door. Nobody cares about her, she can't wait to be alone in her own little world. She writes in a diary everyday things that don't disturb her. She pours out her feelings that seem to come from off the wall. Muchas gracias. Pay attention.
So, you wouldn't mind playing with anybody, you know. With regards to gigs then, have you managed, obviously because you're from Liverpool now, have you managed to do quite a few gigs within the last year? Would you say you're getting quite seasoned, you know, getting used to it?
No, we're not as seasoned as we'd like to be as this band, you know what I mean? So there's still a lot to work on. We've only really played, we played the Cavern, obviously, and we played this place called the Zanzibar, which we played 2 weeks ago in the semi-finals of the Battle of the Bands. And we absolutely romped it, like, you know, we won that. So we're going into the final, which is on the 2nd of April.
Yeah. If you're listening in Liverpool, get down to the Zanzibar and support these guys.
Please do. So yeah, you know, obviously there's a lot more places which we'd like to play, but there's a lot more places out of town, because I like to be known like around the place instead of just in Liverpool.
You don't just want one nucleus.
No, because the thing is, you can get loads of bands who are really big in the city where they come from, but you know, you need to branch out, because you know, I'm going to be known in places like London and America and stuff like that. You know, there's no point where. Sorry.
You want to play a different audience.
Of course, and people who don't know us, like, because obviously our gigs, our friends and families come, so we want to play to like total strangers who don't know us and still like and respect us, you know. So still stay and watch us,
You have to tell your family not to come.
I don't know what it'd be at the gigs if they didn't.
Things though, isn't it? It's one of those things, like, you know, you can have a gig where you play to loads of people and you have a boss one and all that. You know, the least people we've ever played to was 2 people, and that was boss. Because we still, we gave it the bifters, we did it exactly the way we usually do it, you know.
Oh, cool. You can have the...
Oh, no, we didn't know them, they were our friends. But, you know...
They were our lawyers.
We still, you know, we give it 100 million squillion to 30%.
Oh yeah, playing in front of 2 people, playing in front of 1,000 people, you still give it the same effort, yeah, of course you do.
Who's in, who's passing, or whatever.
And you just play like there's a coach load of people waiting to come in, you just got to get past the band staff.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, the best buzz I get is when all 4 of us are going, hey, how good was that? Do you know what I mean? I'm not bothered who likes it outside, you know, we speak early, were we? The best compliment we ever had from...
What? You know, oh no, yeah, I was telling you this afternoon, like when we wasn't like live on air. One of the first gigs we ever done was in the Cavern, and you know, the best compliments I ever seen, because like, you know, one of my favourite bands is The Who, if not my favourite. and like just the vibrancy and the loudness and the rawness and the just, you know, having all that stuff about it, like. And so we started off playing, you know, really loudly, and this poor old fella, like, he just put his fingers in his ear. He didn't thought we were terrible or we were too loud, but I think it was the latter. But like, yeah, so but to me that was the best thing, to like shock and awe, you know what I mean? It's like, he'll always remember that, whether he thinks we're terrible or not, but like to me, I just want people to just go, wow, you know, loud but good.
Because that's the thing as well, though, isn't it? There are loud bands out there.
Oh yeah.
But they're terrible.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that voice to me anyway that says it's got to be loud.
Well, yeah, that's what we were thinking about, you know, tonight, because we brought it all down acoustically, but I can't do what I've just done. Like, I can't lower that down, you know what I mean? So it's impossible. It's impossible.
The mic turned down as far as we can.
It's impossible for me to do. You know, it's just a natural way of saying, like.
Well, no,
Wait for the locals to come around with pitchforks.
And the burning torch.
We are a different band live.
Oh yeah, I mean, electrically with electric guitars, with a lot more.
That's the other thing as well. People can find you on YouTube and have a look on YouTube.
Yeah. But still, that doesn't do any much justice, because you know, you've got to be there in the atmosphere and, you know, soak it all up and be a part of it.
I think that's the thing. I think what we have at the moment as well is a resurgence of people wanting to see live music, because there's that much crap out there.
Yeah.
The best place to find music now. Yeah, manufactured crap. Sorry. The best place to find music now is in a live venue.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
You know, because it's been left to the likes of bands to sort themselves out. There's not much scope, I don't think, for record companies, unless they're going to do something totally different.
Yeah.
And to do that, I think it's going to take something special.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you can. You know, I mean, you look at One Direction. Exactly. But if you think about it, it's starting to peter out.
Well, it's revolutions, isn't it? Everything like always like either comes back to like where they, you know, and hopefully like.
You know, we say one thing. I know, but you guys, you're from Liverpool. People of my age.
Don't even be putting me in the same bracket.
You just called them hinging brackets.
I know. Why did you?
And what I was saying, you just got wigs on.
But we had the Beatles to look up to.
Yeah,
Then there was, you know, coming out of the book, you've got matches, you get Oasis to look up to. Nowadays, there is nothing there that people can aspire to.
No one's bothered anymore.
It's about aspiring to things. You think about what you do as a job, and if people didn't aspire to the Beatles, you wouldn't have a job.
Mate, that's without any question of a doubt, like, you know what I mean? Of course.
Yes. You know, and that's the thing that's missing now. It's role models for people to look at and go, yeah, I want to be in a band. And this is why we, as a radio station, want to bring new bands through, because there's got to be. Otherwise, the music to me is just dying.
Yeah.
History repeats itself.
Yeah,
no one's playing albums anymore. You know what I mean? People just want whatever's on the telly or the radio and all that.
I mean, I'm not really one, as I say, I'm a bit of a technophobe, like, but I don't like the fact that it's so easy now just to press a button and that's it. You bought a song. It takes the beauty out of like going into a record shop, the smell of a record shop, and you're like, and you're looking through it, looking at the posters and all that stuff. You know, just smelling it, you know. Yeah, it's just talking about. Maybe that's the age we're living in, like, but it's I disagree with that personally, but.
I mean, it's coming back, and let's hope it comes back in a big way, because I do think that people say, oh, well, the sound quality is far better on a CD. It isn't if you're going to start to measure it, because they did a lot of stuff like that back a few years back, and all the tests proves that if you want to get it musically right, then you've got note for note right, then actual vinyl was by far the better medium.
There's something poetic about sticking a record and gently with the stylus and with the needle and looking after it, you know, there's something, there's a certain beauty about that, like.
Awful feeling when you drop the needle.
And you're there, yeah.
And it gives you something to argue about when you fall out with your partner. No, that come on.
Don't break me records! Yeah.
Well, I'll just download them.
From the same, isn't it?
I'm about 10, aren't I? So, I got my first vinyl quite recently, right? And I swear to God, it's ignorance at its finest, but I was looking at it going, how is music coming off this pair of plastic? How is music coming off this plastic? It doesn't make any sense. It blew my mind, I can't believe it.
It's a sign of the devil.
It's hearing that scratch as well, you know, those little scratches before the song starts. It's great.
I blew my mind.
Yeah, it's
I know
great.
it shouldn't, like, that's ignorant, but it was mad.
But I think there's a lot of young people out there, younger than you, that have never heard vinyl.
There was this thing again, like on I think it was on YouTube. This kid, right, he didn't know how to stick a cassette tape into a Walkman.
Oh, you said this, didn't you? Yeah.
Well, you know, he's actually his mind he's about 16-year-old kid, and his mind's boggled. He can't. How'd you fit it in? He couldn't stick it in.
There's no working parts now, is
Yeah.
there? You don't need to all...
Scrub along with your finger, like, yeah.
All done for you.
Yeah.
One thing that we have round here, and it's one thing I always touch on with every band, and to the disgrace of a lot of promoters and stuff like that, and charity people, do you find that there are way too many promoters out there that want to do things in the name of charity, so that they're not, let me finish as well before we start, so that they're not having to pay you, so that they can say to you, oh, we want you to do this for charity, we want you to do that for charity. Yeah, there is no pay or anything like that.
But if you sell so many tickets, then you can have this.
Oh, there's that side as well. Does that go on in Liverpool?
Yeah.
You know, it's a major thing.
We'll give you 80 tickets.
Yeah.
We'll take the first so many and then the rest.
Yeah.
Is yours.
I'll take the first step.
No, I don't mind doing anything for charity, like.
Charity's possible then when you're bouncing down to a gig, getting paid about £3 for it because you've had to give all the money to them. It's a bit heavy, do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? The point I'm getting at here is new bands like yourselves and bands that have just got together and stuff like that, they need to get new equipment. They need to record.
It's an expensive business to be in.
If you're not
No, it's an expensive business to be in.
It's paradoxical really because you need all the money at the beginning.
People will say, oh, well, you're working anyway, you've got a normal job. But that normal job is what pays for your family.
Oh yeah,
You shouldn't be having to pay for you to go out and entertain people.
No.
You know? And that's where I get a sticking point. Listen, there's one or two people that don't like me saying it, you know what I mean? But I have to say it because that's another thing that's killing music.
Well, it's like all the charity functions. The only people that lose out are the bands. That's it. And then you get with the, oh, you know, we'll take you, and would you do this, and it's going to go on a CD, and who's going to hear it?
Exactly.
Sorry, no disrespect, but who the heck is going to buy that CD? Anyway, there you go.
Politics, eh? They're getting deep. They're getting deep.
I always like to bring into any of the equation when we're doing this, because I just think it's an important point, and it's a point that needs to be out there, and it's good to listen to individual bands' viewpoints on it, you know what I mean?
Thing is, like, you know, playing guitar and stuff like that, you know, I've always loved buying guitars and stuff. I've only ever had like about 3 major guitars in my entire life. But the thing is, like, I didn't realise people
And you shoplifted them, didn't you?
Of course I did. Every single one. The thing is, playing in a band is different from playing guitar. Like, I've spent more on musical equipment in the past year than I've ever spent in my entire life.
Yeah.
Just because it's a different world, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're into breaking guitars anyway,
Pardon?
You're into breaking guitars.
Especially people who give jib on radio.
The old Bonser's got their name on it, yeah.
Great thing, when you get home, give them a damn good thrashing. So, we've been having a look.
Yeah, this is the one we were talking about, which we wrote like collectively.
We wrote this one a couple of weeks ago, and then literally we were liking it, and at the time that for everyone at home, the time that it takes to listen to the song, that's how long it took to write it.
No, seriously, it just...
Did you tell Sean that something like Mice has been done?
Yeah. But as I say, you know, it just wrote like that.
It's not being big edited or not, and it just happened.
No, that could happen, but you can take years to write one song, I don't know. But yeah, it's called, what's it called? Why Did We Leave It Too Long? Yeah, Why Did We Leave It Too Long? And it's about, like, you know, like old friends when you were kids. And then, like, you know, you finally grow up and you lose touch and people move away, but then, you know, you get back together and stuff like that when you're grown-ups. Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing well, so where you living now? Unmute your fan, he said you're back in town. Do you you wanna meet, see what became of me. Been a joy about those old familiar days. I'm sorry to hear about your brother, sorry to hear about your mother. You should raise a glass and drink to their memory. How life got in the way, funny how we age. Why did we leave it too long? Looking back when we were young, when everything was fun. Summer nights, they seem to last 1,000 days. Now we're 10 years older, winters seem much colder. Back then we didn't seem to have a care. I guess you heard about my mother, sorry to hear about your brother. You should raise a glass and drink to their memory. How life got in the way, funny how we aged. Why did we leave it too long? There's a reason you came back, had something left to say, that your time on earth was coming to an end. It was a continuous disease, but after all these years, wanna say goodbye to your one and oldest friend. I guess you heard about my mother, sorry to hear about your brother. You should raise a glass and drink to their memory. How life got in the way, funny how we aged. Why did we leave it too long? Why did we leave it too long? Why did we leave it too long? Why did we leave it? Why did we leave it? Why did we leave it too long? Why did we leave it? Why did we leave it? Why did we leave it too long?
There's all trumpets and stuff in that, but sorry?
We can't wait to get this playing at the end, because tonight we can't hear it like you can.
Oh no, it's a shame. That might be a good thing actually.
All I can hear is a drummer.
That's all we can hear.
And a very good drummer he is.
I have to be quiet because I'm very noisy.
Oh yeah, Animal's got nothing on him.
Apologies for my guitar as well, I broke it last night, I don't know where it sounds.
Yeah mate, it sounds great. It sounds great, yeah. Sounds fantastic.
I was just going to say how.
Oh, just by being an idiot. Just literally, oh, I broke it.
Yes.
That's all right, I know.
You know it, yeah, I'm going to come.
You restrung it.
It sounds great, it sounds great. It does. In my opinion.
So, one thing we always touch a little bit on, and I'm looking around and thinking, well, I don't know why I'm asking this question. Fashion. Oh, you're looking good. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You know, you look like a mod.
Born and raised.
If Bez was a mod, then that would be Bez as a mod.
Hey, that's a shout, that.
For me,
I mean, obviously,
it's Bez.
you dress down here, we understand that. But when you're playing, do you like to, you like to have good gear on and...
Well, it goes with the image, you know. If people want to come and watch you, you don't want to look like a tramp. You want to look good, like, I suppose.
So don't come and see him tonight, folks.
Oh.
Well, I know Sean wouldn't put his mod radio badge on.
There's £55.
Exactly.
£55
There's
for
only
that.
a new top, yeah.
Do you know what's so weird? This top, yeah? Camden Market, 10.
For two.
A pair of trackies and 110s.
It hasn't been worn by a demigod, though. Demigod. Demi Moore.
So,
We touched.
Touch.
And passed over.
We touched cloth.
Briefly.
Yeah. Touching cloth again.
No. It's a good job they can't see this look on radio, isn't it?
I should every time I speak.
Liverpool's a big fashion place, isn't it, really? It's weird. It's weird.
That's about what our last song's about, actually.
Our last song's about.
Yeah.
Is that what it's about?
The one you made Song of the Week, it's about someone like me, long hair kind of thing, getting off with one of those, the ones with the silly eyebrows, the wags, kind of stupid people who wear hair rollers and stuff. Well, it's about
Is it
me.
a bit like Newcastle then?
Oh yeah, it's it's like a unibrow kind of thing. But no, that's what that one's about. It's about opposites attract. You're losing listeners in Newcastle.
What Mark really means is we're really happy to have listeners from all over the country and we really appreciate your support.
Now that's politics.
I'm woman.
If he was in the band, he would be in the repeat offenders. Because he doesn't repeat offenders.
We're looking forward again.
I'm 10, but I'm looking backwards.
Do you manage that? You manage?
Yeah.
You like it? Yeah. He's doing alright, Tracy. He's here in front of me now. He's close now.
But you're in a minute.
Yeah. I don't think he had a wash this morning, but he's close.
Go on.
He did.
Let's be serious. Come on, please ask us a question. Please ask us a question.
So we have a question. Right. Okay.
Just him sticking up for him, that was all.
Why, what happened then?
I've got a clue. I'm lost.
Sometimes you don't have to say a thing to get a show out here, I tell you. Right, okay. You've got a hit record. It's absolutely brilliant. Now,
Thanks.
Look forward again.
the little lad again.
Go on, hit record, yeah.
Got a hit record. And someone comes along and says, right, we want you to tour Europe, America.
Yeah.
You've all got, with the exception of Sean with his family, you've all got families.
Well, there's a sacrifice you have to make because, like, as we say to my partner, like, it's the bigger picture. You know what I mean? I'm not like a young boy anymore. I'm not going around the world just for, like, sex, drugs and rock and roll and all that stuff. Like, I'm going there to, like, if I have a hit song, hopefully I'll get a lot of money out of it, which my family's going to benefit from. And obviously, like, there is sacrifices where, you're going to be away for a while. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
It is a bit of a weird one, which is why I like to ask it, because it's a bit of a curveball.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Well, that's just one of the downfalls, obviously, as our partners would have us be, and us too,
It's different for everyone as well, really. Like,
I would have thought you're the same as a lot of other bands, which is you're really, really happy doing what you're doing now. And if it carries on like this, great stuff. But, because you're enjoying what you're doing. But, if those opportunities come along, you take them.
You've got to take them. You'd be stupid not to. You'd be absolutely stupid not to, and I think you'd regret it.
The thing is, I reckon everyone in the world should want the absolute best that they are allowed to be given. Why was the point of being alive for 75 years and not wanting to be a millionaire, and not wanting to live in a mansion in the countryside? Do you know what I mean? Why shouldn't anyone want that?
And we've actually, been given a God-given talent where, like, we could actually do that.
Never mind, like, they're given a life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, but it could be sacrificial to, like, your relationships and stuff. But as I say, for me personally, it's about the bigger picture. You know what I mean? I want to create a.
I think the thing with when you've got in that situation where you've got the kids and stuff, anyway, it's giving them.
Of course, yeah. I mean, they're going to benefit from, like, big time. You know what I mean? Like,
Also, the legacy.
Exactly, yeah.
My dad did that
That's what I meant,
record.
yeah.
Exactly.
My dad,
Yeah.
And his group, and this is where they got.
Of course, yeah. It's going to, yeah. But
something to look up to.
I say, there's pros and cons. You know what I mean? But
There's pros and cons with everything. I know
Of course, yeah.
But it's just nice to get what your ideas are on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that every answer should be different.
Well, I mean, our situation's going to be a bit different because, like, as I say, we're not like young, single, guys. Like, because if you're hard, then you can go around and just seek the world as your oyster. You know what I mean? But now we've got like commitments, big commitments. I.e., kids and wives and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's, you can't take that lightly because that's your life. That's the reason why you're doing it.
The reason why you're doing it.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, I'm going to create a better future for my family, of course I do. But also for myself as well. Like, that's, as you got to be a bit selfish to be in a band, a bit of it egotistical, like, but...
I think with anything you've got to do, some of it's got to be for yourself.
Of course it is.
If you're not doing it for yourself, then you're cheating yourself.
Yeah, but as you say, like, if you go to like America, Europe, but luckily enough, I could be in a position where I could take my family with me. You know what I mean? Like McCartney did with Wings. That'd be good. But there could be times where like they couldn't go, and they're not going to be having the experiences what I'm going to be having. You know what I mean? Which is, that's my opinion anyway.
Because you're often with them, I'm going to jump back a little bit now, because the question I just saw, where you mentioned McCartney. Have you all been fans of the Beatles then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but massive fans of the Beatles. I mean, anybody...
You're saying nothing, Sean.
I mean...
You don't have to be, Sean, I'm just asking.
No, I know that, no, not really.
No?
I think they're alright, like.
Nah, just four lads.
I know he's a young lad, but... it's what I half expected, but I'm glad that he's saying it.
Oh, I mean, he's entitled to opinions, yeah.
I'm not saying they're not good, but you know what I mean, they are.
I mean,
but they're not something that you...
No. Do you know what? They've got some songs that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Like
You got to be respectful of the Beatles, you know what I mean? Of course you have, yeah.
But, I don't feel like because I'm from Liverpool, I've got to like them.
Oh yeah, that's not a given. Like.
Do you find though as well that people, because you're from Liverpool, expect you to like the Beatles?
Yeah.
It's like Oasis from Manchester. Like Oasis. I don't think there's many people that can say they don't like the Beatles, though, is there?
No, but you know what I mean?
It might not be your number one band, but you can't say it. Do
you know what I mean? As I say, the Cavern Club in Liverpool.
Everyone likes at least one or two tracks, and that's the beauty of the Beatles, isn't it? They've got a good back.
They're the ones who I watch out for at my own personal gigs. I don't really like the Beatles, and you scrutinise them, and like they're singing every word. So at least everybody in the world. To a certain age, knows at least one people, and you can't say that about every band in the world. You can't.
We were saying on the way down, can you imagine completely taking over the world in such a short period?
8 years, they were around for 8 years, mainstream in the 80s. But the beauty about the Beatles, as I say, they've been split up for like 40 odd years now. But they're like the Beethoven or Tchaikovsky and stuff. That's timeless. That'll be getting listened to in 1,000 years. The Beatles will be getting listened to in 1,000 years as popular culture band.
The best band in the world. It's never going to replace.
No, but everybody tries to aspire to that, don't they? They're like... Well, you were saying about the Liverpool thing, like back in the 80s, the likes of like Echo and the Bunnymen and Frankie Goes to Hollywood, they're like, these are the new Beatles. Like, no, you can't compare that. Totally different genre.
There's no such thing as the new Beatles or anything like that, because you've got to be your own individual band.
Of course.
And then started genres. In the 60s, genres were starting. Now we all relate back to them.
Well, nobody really like wrote their own songs, you know what I mean? Elvis was like a glorified karaoke singer, you know what I mean? Great, like, but I mean, the reason why the Beatles started doing their own songs is because, like, they wasn't always top of the bill, and like people would be like playing the songs with it, because the Beatles actually got signed as a cover band. Don't forget, they actually did. But like, they became the legends they obviously was, like, but...
The legends which you're going to be?
Well, hopefully. Well, I'd like Macca's money, put it that way.
Cover time?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
what? Oh yeah, well actually, I mean, even though I love the Beatles, but this is my favourite band, which we're going to do a cover for you. And we did actually, to be honest, we did actually learn this one on the way down.
This is going to be majorly ropey.
It's going to be great. We learned this one on the way down. Again, he breaks the mic everywhere he goes. You ham-fisted. Do you want us to name it, in case people don't know it?
Yes, please.
This one's called Squeezebox by The Who.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Can I have a bit of volume, please, Mark? Thank you very much. Here we go.
got a squeezebox he wears on her chest, and when daddy gets home he never gets no rest, 'cause she's playing all night and the music's alright. Mama's got a squeezebox, daddy never sleeps at night. Well, the kids don't eat and the dog don't sleep, there's no escape from the music in a whole damn street, because he's playing all night and the music's alright. Mama's got a squeezebox, daddy never sleeps at night. She goes in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, 'cause she's playing all night and the music's alright. Mama's got a squeezebox, daddy never sleeps at night. She goes, squeeze me, come on and squeeze me, come on and squeeze me like you do. I'm so in love with you. Mama's got a squeezebox, daddy never sleeps at night. She goes in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out, 'cause she's playing all night and the music's alright. Mama's got a squeezebox, daddy never sleeps at night.
Are you?
Your voice matches that song really well.
Charming.
Almost.
Oh, his voice matches this song as well.
So do you do much blues stuff? Your voice obviously.
I suppose I could, like, if you want me to.
Just, you know, like people say like Van Morrison, things like Gloria and then that.
Yeah, you belt all them out, like, of course you can. But yeah, I get a lot of requests like that, Stuart. Sorry?
When you go out, do you tend to do a lot of covers? Or
No, that's all. That's all. I mean, my personal job. I'm a professional musician. That's what I do. But as I say, I want to do this because my heart and soul is, you know, with this project, what we've got going. Because I say I've got a lot of belief in it. But I mean, my job's my job.
Writing songs as well, like you are. You want those to go out to the people, don't you?
Of course, yeah.
To hear them. There's no point writing them if you're not going to have them.
Well, there's a great line. There's a band called Divine Comedy. And this is what the line on their song. He goes, "A song is not a song until it's listened to."
Yeah.
That's right.
And I just think that's a great lyric. Like, you know, a song is not a song until it's listened to. Like.
It's a mad thing, because obviously, like, I've never been in a band like writing songs and all that before. So when, you know, we've got this song called Dr. Magic. And the story behind the name, you don't want to know the story. You don't want to know the story.
Yeah, it's a bit of a naughty story.
When we wrote it, like, it was one of those things. Like, it was the first time I'd ever written something and gone to whoever was listening, get on that. Do you know what I mean? And we had to stand there and kind of go, hey, did he like this or not? Do you know what I mean?
It's input, isn't it? It's good to have like other people's input into what you're doing. Like.
You learn as well, you know, like we wrote that song and an hour later we were trying to play it on the stage in the cabin.
What a mistake that was!
I'm not a single one of us could play it.
Does it generally come as words first then, lyrics first?
Sorry?
Does it come as lyrics first?
Well, I mean, it could happen. I mean, I've wrote songs like, as I say, the last song that we're going to do, I wrote the lyrics for that just first on like an envelope and then just done some chords over it.
And is that writing or is that with your guitar? And
no, just writing the words.
Just writing
just writing the words. That's like maybe a bit of a poem or whatever.
I think that's how it works nicely. Like you do it like that, I do it backwards.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can write with the guitar first
yeah,
as well.
Exactly. Yeah, like I find it easier to, like, say I've got a tune, the words will come, like the way the piece of music makes me feel, that's how the words will come.
Yeah, the words will come secondary, I suppose, yeah.
So, so looking forward to again. Sorry, Matt,
It's alright, go on.
So you've got gigs coming up soon?
Well, I say.
You might as well promote them while you're on it.
No, the main one we've got. Yeah, the main one we've got is the Zanzibar on the 2nd. That's like the final of the Battle of the Bands, and you know, we'd love people to turn up there.
I've seen some input on Twitter.
That's an important. Yeah, that's a really important gig for us. But apart from that, you know, the future's like wide open. Like we'd hopefully be Playing some festivals.
Yeah, Andy Brown.
You're Andy Brown. Andy Brown. Andy Brown.
No, you be nice to him.
Andy Brown.
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Oh, it's a Saturday. Saturday, 2nd of April.
Yeah.
We'll be going on early that night.
Yeah.
Early.
We may come across and see you.
You should do it.
Do you know what? That'd be definitely make a fuss of you, like if you did.
We'll make a fuss of you and all, like.
Thank you. You're our guests.
Little fellas at the harvest, you know.
Doing that to show there.
We wait till this.
I don't know, it looks better now. Right, so let's just have a look at time. What have we got left?
It's 1:45, really.
Yeah. Oh, we're okay for a few minutes. Yeah, we're all right.
Oh, can we say a special...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Ian
Big
M.
thanks.
Lindsay and what's
Dave Lang,
Dave Lang.
from Effective Records, who helped us put these songs together.
That's the recording what you've got. Dave recorded that for us, free of charge. So
Mapped out, we got this church all and he mapped it out like it was...
it looked just like Abbey Road, didn't
Abbey
it?
Road.
Oh, so it looked great.
Yeah.
They were very professional in what they were doing. But yeah, a big shout out to them.
Yeah.
And Tony.
Of course. Yeah,
And Mr. Tony
Tony
Flynn.
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 My mom, my dad, God.
Everyone. And anyone who knows us.
And all the people in Liverpool.
And
Harry Enfield to make Liverpool famous.
yeah.
For the rock
That
music.
has brought us to the end tonight.
And thank you very much. It's been an honour.
So one song. I'm going to say, you came over last minute and helped us fill a spot, but you've more than filled it. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Mate, honestly, it's our pleasure. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Like, it really does.
Really, really do appreciate you coming. I know you appreciate what we do. We don't see what we're doing half as much as what you're doing.
Trust me, to us, you are.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're absolutely over the moon. We'll get this across to you ASAP.
Thank you.
And we'll do our best to be there on 2nd of April.
Why not?
It will, as I say, it will be early, so we might be on about 6:06. So it will be early.
That's late for us. We start breakfast sure after 7 in the morning. We've got to stay.
No, listen, thanks for having us, honestly. Thanks for having
No,
us.
honestly,
You know.
what would be even better is we say that in about a year's time we'll do a retake, yeah?
That'd be brilliant. That'd be brilliant.
Do a retake and see, listen to a few newer songs.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but as I say, this last song we're going to do, as I say, thanks to you, you made it the song of the week.
Oh, it's an absolute
This is like, obviously an acoustic version. But yeah, so thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Take care.
My chances passed me by. Must be when you saw me look in someone else's eyes. And I thought of you, gave a little glance. Look upon your face and said I didn't stand a chance. But I don't care, I like the look of you. With your top you bought from Topshop and designer label shoes. It's not the look I'd go for, but it sure looks good on you. I don't care, like the look of you, like the look of you. So do you wanna dance? I like the perfume that you're wearing. So is there any chance that maybe you are coming home with me? Even for a talk or just a cozy cup of tea. And I don't care, I like the look of you. Your top you bought from Topshop and designer label shoes. It's not the look I go for, but it sure looks good on you. glass of wine, keep it down. The neighbors are asleep, and they complain too many times because they're not as young as me. But I don't care, like the look of you. You're top your bob from Topshop and designer little shoes. It's not the look I go for, but it sure looks good on you. I don't care, like the look of you, like the look of you. I don't care, like the look of you, like the look of you. I said I don't care, like the look of you, like the look of you.
This band are bound to go a long way. With songs like that, they couldn't do any worse. So, big thank you for coming from Liverpool tonight.
Thank you.
Hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we have.